Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the... Oh, fuck me, how many episodes are we at? Welcome to the 6th episode of Schueberfouer Analysis, a news, information and discussion format dedicated to the biggest fairground in Luxembourg. This episode is going to be more of a news flash where we are going to cover multiple flat rides because I was given homework for summer break, which I must do, otherwise I'm screwed. Let's start off with Pirate's Adventure, which is a 1989 Dietz walkthrough attraction owned by Schneider from Germany. This was actually the first ride that was announced to come to the Schueberfouer. So yeah, welcome to Snow News Day with Iseneau. It also turns out that this is actually a comeback after a very long time. It is described as an adventure simulation ride and it's the last of its kind traveling. Yes, these types of walkthroughs were apparently more common. I was surprised too. It prominently includes multiple rooms that supposedly simulate the sinking of a ship. I say supposedly because I have actually refrained from spoiling myself. This also leads me to suspect that there's horror elements in there too. But from the outside, it is very beautiful and highly themed. It would definitely stick out on the fair no matter where it will place. Up next we have the Petersburger Schlittenfahrt, the substitute for Shakers, which after changing owners will not be presented on the Schueberfouer this year. This Muck sleigh ride, owned by German showman Borgdorf, was first opened in 1976. So yeah, this ride is actually much older than Shakers, and in addition to that, I also think this is so much more beautiful. This is easily one of the most detailed looking rides I've ever seen. The Russian sleigh ride theme is extremely charming and was executed perfectly. Now obviously this will most likely not be nearly as intense as Shakers, as Shaker was notorious on the Schueberfouer for its very high springing gondolas, but I welcome it nonetheless. I like myself some variety, and if this ride turns out to be more tame, it might be more accessible for families as well. And finally, we got easily the most interesting new ride of this year, which also turns out to be the only new French-owned ride to be presented on the Schueberfouer 2023, and that is Fleur's Flipper. When it was announced that Fleur would come with a flipper, everyone, including me, suspected that it was going to be Tornado Power, another Huss flipper that has been under Fleur's ownership for some time now, has also been present on the Schueberfouer 2017 before. It was actually the first flipper I rode, but this flipper here turns out to be newly acquired from Austria. It operated under showman Rüdiger up until just recently, and the Schueberfouer will be its first fair under French ownership, which means that this is actually going to be a premiere, which is always exciting. Because I haven't ridden a flipper since Tornado Power, I'm especially excited for this one. And this specific flipper stands out to me for how beautiful and original it looks. It really appears like no changes or modernizations have been made to this ride, which means that this will be an extra classic experience. It also looks great in general, even compared to other flippers. The dominating dark colors give this ride a very characteristic look. It's like the exact opposite to what Tornado Power currently is. Out of all three rides that were talked about in this video, this is easily the one that I'm looking forward to the most, even if the other two rides also look extremely enticing. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Schueberfouer Analysis. If you're interested in more information about this year's Schueberfouer, you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Make sure to check out my other content as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.